Okay, I think that's over. Hey, how's it going? I am kinda tired. Also, it's rainy. It's very weird. It's very warm, but it's also storming outside. So, like, or not storming yet, but storm. It seems like it's going to storm. It rained earlier. So, weird feeling, I guess. But yeah. I thought kind of want to do some game of today. I don't know. I just felt like it. We're going to continue Arceus probably next week. We're also probably going to finish Gravity Circuit, hopefully, next week. But I don't know yet. Depends a bit on Hexen as well, because I want him to be able to catch at least most of it. Um, but yeah. Plan for today. I don't actually know if I have a plan for today, because a lot of things were breaking last time, if I remember correctly. So, what was breaking? If I remember correctly, it was something about the level design here that caused some weird shenanigans if I didn't do it right. Like, oh right, that I could jump through one tile thick ceilings while sliding, which is a problem we need to figure out later. But what I wanted to test, and it has proven to work, is that I can just slide under here. So that's good. So yeah. What is the goal for now? We should probably continue working on levels. We also have stuff on the to-do list, I think. To do. That's something that needs to be fixed, but I don't know how to fix it yet, so I'll just ignore it until I know how. It's probably something I need to work on off stream. Slopes. Slopes are kind of broken. Which is fine at the moment, but I would like to have access to slopes sooner or later. So I guess we might do that. Let's figure out how... I mean, currently the problem with slopes is... by the way, is the audio alright? I forgot to ask, but... Okay. It's a bit loud in my ear, but... I feel like I get that feeling every time. I don't want to turn it down too much lower. Might just turn down my PC volume, to be honest. But yeah. The issue is walking up works fine enough. There are some issues that when I stand on a ledge, I go into the theta animation, which is technically not... It makes sense why it's happening, but I should probably have something to prevent it from happening. And I guess I can probably just prevent it by extending the raycast on the player. If I... Player! If I extend those downwards. If they are at like 6, they should still hit the slope. And hopefully I don't need to change anything in code, but I'll check just to be sure. No. That should all be fine. How do you behave now? because I kind of want to know. Yeah, now if you stand on the ledge, the player just uses the normal stand animation, which is also not completely correct, but I think either way it looks kind of weird. I might just have to write proper code to detect if I'm on a slope. So how do I do that? I mean, I guess I just need more raycars. Which... how do I best detect that? Where do I want to put the ray? More importantly. Do I need one ray? Do I need two rays? I think it's the easiest if I just add another ray. Ray cast 2D. Which, like the other ones, starts. That's the wrong ray. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that's fine. Oh, I made it a child of the rig. Of the camera. That would explain it. And you start at... I'm gonna copy your Y position. So... it starts down there and it has a length of 6, I think. That way it should be able to detect a slope either way. Maybe I move it over here, but then I won't need to tilt it every time. It's fine. Slope ray 2D. 2D. And that we can then copy in here as another variable. Because we don't have enough ray casts already. Slope ray equals slope ray 2D. Raycast 2D checking if the player is standing on a slope. And I need to rotate it in here. Slope ray. Position to X, this or this, depending on. So far so good. Let's see. I need to add the debug. It's not updating because it has the same issues I had with the other race, which is that it doesn't hit from the inside. That's the wrong scene. Excuse me? Oh, I haven't set the collision masks yet. That's on me. You should not collide with the player, you should collide exclusively with terrain. Like the other two. And now it should work. Yeah. And if I stand on a slope, if I stand on the slope, it always collides. In theory. Pardon me. I beg your pardon. If you're in the idle state, why are you doing this? That's not how idle works. At all. I have questions. I need to check if there's something in the debugger. That's fine. I guess. I hope that doesn't cause any problems later on. Why is it not used actually? Because it doesn't need to be used. I see. But yeah, this seems all kind of pointless. So that doesn't help us. I have no idea why that happened. But I guess I somehow can enter the walk state. Or half enter the walk state. I guess what we need to do is add another animation. / state. For standing on a slope. So I guess I need to open Aspert. Right, Speed boost. Nope, wrong game. Speedbooster. Characters. Booster. I get to rework the spreadsheet again. New. Actually, I shouldn't use this as the starting frame. I should use idle as the starting frame. It should mostly be the same, just adjusted to standing on a slope. We need 2 slope animations, one slope forward, one slope backwards. Oh, this is getting complicated. Alright. I mean, I think we mainly need to focus on lowering the foot. Because we're standing on a slope, so we should look like we're standing on the slope. Duh. One sec. Okay, sorry. So, we know where the slope is. Or roughly know where the slope is. It's about... Let me actually... If this is the slope... wrong layer. We have two separate situations. One where we are standing... You go away real quick. One where we are standing facing upwards. We can get rid of all of that. Like that. Yeah, something like that. And in that case, we want to stand... We want to move this leg up. Which we probably have a sprite for that already. One leg. Yeah, we basically want that. Or that. But I think I prefer that. That, but on the other end. I just copied the reference, it doesn't help me. Right leg. We want to copy the right leg. Post it in here as the left leg. And change the shading so it actually looks like the right leg. Or left leg, but brain. And then we shade the... Nope, not that. That. Shade this. That's simply to keep the shading simpler, I guess. And then we replace this leg with that leg and it should be fine. Yeah, something like that. And then we just need to move this down a bit. And I think I'm actually moving the entire body down. So... Now they are standing like that on the slope. And I think that looks mostly good. And maybe move on the left leg. Move this part a bit down. And on the right leg, this one a bit up. Nah, I preferred it before more. And this looks fine already. Like, it's not bad. Oh, I just realized something. I know why the scale of Godot was different today. Because I was so confused why Godot was scaled differently than it was last time. It's because I'm a moron. Okay, that's not quite accurate. The actual reason is because I rescaled the size of my chat in OBS. And since I scale Godot based on that, Godot obviously has a different size now. So yeah, that's just me. Me for gore. But yeah, that's already good. I need to animate this. How did I animate you? Going down. New frame. And I think the right leg I can just replace. And most of the body actually as well. Just need to move it down one. That's not what I told you to do. That's also not what I told you to do, but we're getting closer. I can work with this. Now I just need to move everything everything down one more tile. Now we have 2 frames of an animation. Oh, I forgot to move down the right arm on the second frame. I would do something with this leg, but I don't know what. What do I do in this frame? I just squish it. So I guess I just squish it here too. How do I do that? Like that. I like this so far. Like, I think this is working. It has the same sort of squishy animation I had with... And I just copy what I did here, I guess. But instead of using... How does the left leg squish forward? I see. So I copy this left leg, remove the left leg here, add the new one, and yeah. This works, I guess. And then I just move everything one down. I did not want to do that. Let's try this again. Now we add a new attack. Slow forward. I'm honestly not sure how to call it animation, but we'll figure that out as we go. What is the frame? How many frame? 300, 200. Are you sure this is 300? 300, 200, 200. Interesting. Who made this animation? No, I like this. I think this looks good. Works pretty well for what it's going, and only thought is maybe moving it one down. That we'll see once we put it in game. But now we have to do the same thing again. But the other way around. Let's call it idle slope up. I think that might be a better name. So now I remove the reference here again and steal it from here. But I mirror it. Whoop. Mirror. Ah, that's trippy. Switching from one slope to another. I don't know why. The left leg should be relatively easy again. So I need a new right leg. What am I going to use? Because the right leg needs to be up. So kind of a stepping animation, but not quite. It needs to lean forward. So not like that. Not like that either. Technically kinda like that, but no. It might be that animation, like the landing animation. Let's try it. With the right leg, maybe. So something more like that, maybe? This is where it kinda looks odd, but it might be fine. What I need to do is move this one. This one needs a lot more work, because the way you stand when you stand facing downwards, like on a slope like that, it's kind of weird. So it's probably gonna look weird no matter what. And then I just move everything down. Everything except the... I failed! Yeah, I don't think the right leg is currently working. Getting a good animation for standing on a ledge that way is a lot harder, because this is just the normal stepping. That's how your leg works. That's just how your body works. That way around is a lot more difficult, in my opinion. So... how do I do this best? Maybe something like that? If I shorten all of that. Yo, Zach, how's it going? We are currently struggling. Attaching a normal looking leg on the sledge. I assume you mean with the struggling, not with the attaching a leg to a ledge, because that would be oddly specific. But either way, dang. Hope whatever you're struggling with gets better. I don't know how do I phrase that. Does this look okay if I attach it? No. It doesn't look... It looks worse. Better? But still no. I just don't think there's a good way to attach this leg. I mean, this is fine, I guess. I live with it. But I don't like it. $200. I know, right? Can you believe it? Also, maybe I'm starting to realize why the Mario Maker team has such a hard time with slopes. Right. Oh, dang. Yeah. Been talking about it the other day. I really hope the... I don't know. I hope you can work something out with your doctor, to be honest. Since you mentioned you're going to get your appointment soon. I guess that's the best I can add to this. Wrong layer. Right leg. Yeah, I can imagine. They should be fine. Nobody's going to notice if I forgot to add a tag. New tag, idle. Well, either way, I hope I can at least be some company during all of that. Because, as you know, misery and so on. Did I just not move the left arm? The right arm either? Or are they just dead oh, they are just dead crunched. Never mind. Then I made the mistake. I also need to fix it here then. Oh! That sounds cool. Can't wait to see that. Because I remember we had a pretty neat concept with that. So would love to see how that's working out. Okay, one more frame. One more frame of squeeze. So I just copy all of this. Actually, never mind. I can just copy it here. And move everything down. Not that much down. But yeah, I really hope you can figure something out with your doctor, because that's definitely stressful, having to deal with that. Can I just... maybe... Yeah, that looks fine. That sounds great. If that's actually true and works, that would be amazing. Yeah, that's true, Zach. Which, very funny putting that observation directly next to, we just might have discovered a vaccine for HIV, but no, I think both is great. Both is great. Sure, one of these things might not be as relevant to the world at large, but for us it's just as important, I think. Yeah, it is. I just find it funny, that's all I'm saying. I think you have all right to be excited about that. How does this look? Not bad, not bad. I don't hate it. I might have to move both of these 1 pixel up or down, I don't know yet. Yeah, I was thinking how do I fix slopes, and I decided I'd fix slopes by handling them manually, because of course. We don't get a better solution than that. I'm gonna hide a sprite really quick because exporting shows you my name. Because, well, part of my name, because part of my name, like real world name, is part of my user directory. Anyways, I need to hide a layer. Oops. We are probably going to have more frames than, like, we need to work on more animations than that. Okay, but we can now put that into Godot. Let me just copy this. Open Godot. Well, Godot is already open, but you know. Open the folder in Godot. Entities. Open File Manager. Players. Replace file. Fix everything. We now have 14 virtual frames. Oh, vertical, not virtual. Yeah, I get it. I think for me, it's really... Making another state is probably the easiest solution long term. And it has also the advantages that we can do a lot out of that state. So... Anim player. New animation. Idles. Actually, just slope up. Sprite. Frame. I haven't done an animation in ages. Why do I reset the position there? I don't know. But I assume I have to do it here too. Property track. Is that a... No, it's the position of the sprite. In that case, delete that. Property track, sprite 2D, position. Position. Insert key 0, 0. And then otherwise this is basically just the idle animation again. So... How much distance is between you and that? 7.5, okay. Oh, that sounds... perfect. I'm jelly. Speaking of... So how many frames is that? One, two... Each row has 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times 8, 80, 96. It should be 96. This should be 97. And you should be 98. And this one loops. Perfect. Just as I wanted it. And the same animation again. New animation, slope, down. Property track, sprite 2D. Not texture, frame. Property track, sprite 2D, position. I mean, it's too hot for hot chocolate, I think, but over here at least. But otherwise, this sounds great. You should be 0.5. I think I made a mistake here. You are not, yeah. And you should be 7.5, 7.5 as well. And instead of 96, you are 104. 105. 106. And you should loop. That looks good. I mean, fair enough. Doesn't speak... There's nothing speaking against, you know, having hot chocolate on a hot day if you like hot chocolate on a hot day. Next step. We need yet another state. 2 states, actually. Although we could probably handle it via 1 state. I don't think it matters much. That's an interesting problem to have. But I do get it. I'm also a relatively, I don't know, warm person. I don't know. I can't call myself hot person. I'm afraid of the consequences if I do. Anyways, slow. I think I didn't capitalize them, but I can regret that later. Yeah, I didn't. But I moved it in the wrong folder. But this is fine. Slope. When we... Let me just steal most of the code from idle. Because this for the most part, this should just be slope. Like the same as slope. Oh, not slope, idle. I'm very awake today, Chad. slope state of the player entered when standing on a slope. Because I document my code, allegedly. If I enter, I don't need to take care of teetering or anything like that. I just play the... I do actually need to take care if... I need to detect which of the slope... If entity dot back ray 2D. Actually, how is it called in player? Back floor ray. What a mouthful. Dot is colliding. I mean, technically I could, but I feel like I would prioritize standing on a slope over teetering. But I don't actually know how it handles that, because I haven't implemented that yet. So, how about we figure that out first? Slope down. Else state machine dot and then play up. And I'm actually going to save if I'm downwards. Actually, no. No, I don't need to save that. Yeah, I think that's basically it already. I obviously need to be able to enter the state, but I think that's just going to be handled via idle. If entity dot... Actually, I don't need brackets for that. Dot slope ray. Wait, I have a problem. Slope ray is always going to collide. In that case. Shoot, I think I need 2 slope rays. Oh, that's a problem. That is very bad. Oh. I'm going to hate this. For what? I want... It's so hot, I need to hydrate. Yes, I just redeemed my own channel point redemption, what about it? It's genuinely so hot. It's like not even hot. It's damp. Oh, I get it. I get what you mean, Silik. It took me a moment, but I do actually get what you mean. Also, yeah, glad to hear you have a vehicle already, especially in the US, where you are a lot more reliant on having a car. Over here, I would just use... I mean, I don't have a driver's license, so I am using public transport. Oh, ads are running. In that case, I'll take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alrighty, ads are over, I think. And it was perfectly timed with the music, so I had to... uh... But yeah, it's a shame, because public transport is genuinely good. Oh, thanks for the sub. I don't know why it doesn't... Oh, now it shows up. Thank you so much. Genuinely appreciate it. Yeah. Hope you enjoy the emotes. I'm still adding new ones, but I think we have a good handpicked collection for now. Yeah, I get that. That's nice that you decided to use some of that on me. I should actually... it's a complicated story. Theoretically, I could use some money, but like it's a complicated banking thing. That mainly just boils down to I forgot my password. I've mostly worked it out now, but there's still an issue with it that I need to take. It's fine. I already talked with the bank about it. Like, I'm working on it. It's complicated, and I don't have a lot of time. Partially because I wake up at as o'clock. How do I get the normal? Entity dot slope ray dot get is that just a function that lets me check if it's... I thought this was slope ray. Yeah, it's slope ray. Because it's a node. And if I remember correctly, for a variable that is a node. Oh! Yeah, that would have caused problems later on. Raycast to the documentation. Oh, I have the documentation open. How nice. Get collision normal. I'm grateful you're all here too. No, because I know why things are not coming up, Zach. Because the state doesn't know that entity is a player. And only player has a slope rate. We know entity is always going to be a player. But since state just the slope state just extends, and idle state just extends the state, which the state could theoretically also be used for another entity, the entity doesn't know that it is a player. Collision. If. How do I recognize if a vector... How do I find out that it is sloped? I think I know actually how. Vector 2 dot axis y? Axis x? No, wait, I'm stupid. Up. Because if the explanation for those of you who don't know, the normal of a surface is a vector pointing directly up from that surface. So it has a 90-degree angle from the surface, I guess. From the other axes of the surface, and the surface, if you were to take a coordinate system and rotate it to align with the surface, the third axis would be normal. That's basically the concept behind it. And because we know the floor is always, you know how the floor looks. I don't need to explain it. Because of that, the normal is always going to point up unless it's sloped. Or it's not a floor. In which case we don't have to worry about this anyway. Make sense? So... I'm not good at explaining mathematical terms. I'm sorry. Exit slope. Else exit theta. And that should theoretically do it. I have tried. So, in theory, this should be theta. This is also theta, because the normal is still up. I wanted to get up there, thank you. And now if we stand on the slope, this happens. For whatever reason. But also this happens, which is what we wanted. Well, kinda. The sprite is too high, but I kinda anticipated that. I just need to move both of them 2 down, I think. And sometimes this happens. Which this is undefined behavior. I have no idea, Zach. I have no idea. 1 sec. Let me just fix all of that. Spreadsheet. Yeah, I have no idea. It's impossible for the idle state to play the walk animation. So the only way we could enter the state is if we somehow manage to get into a situation where we are just playing no animation. Because then we wouldn't overwrite the animation of the previous state. Make sense? How did we get here? Also, let me just update the player spread. I mean, idle walk is normal. Like, that it displays it as idle walk just means we are currently in the idle state and the previous state was the walk state. But for some reason we walk. Like, we are animated as walking, even though we shouldn't. So, yeah. So it makes some amount of sense. Some. Let me also update real quick the player. And I would tell you how I plan to fix it, but I don't have a plan to fix it yet. At least the animation is working now. I might actually move the slope up one more frame, one more pixel down. Yeah, that was what I was thinking too, French. It might... making inventory management into a minigame might slow the game down. As a counterpoint though, it might also lead to players being more aware of the inventory, because that's actually a thing I noticed when playing D&D with my friends. A lot of them aren't actually particularly aware of the inventory. Like, they don't make a lot of use of it. And maybe that's just a problem with my friend group, like when we are playing, but... Yeah, I get what you mean. How do we get here? We're in the idle state, we should... I'd be fine if it was teetering. If that's the animation we are stuck in, because then I'd be like, okay, it's probably happening because we hit this corner. But that's not what's happening. And part of me thinks the issue is just that I shouldn't exit the state and enter. Which I don't know why that would cause issues, but that's the only thing I'm doing quote-unquote different in Ida. I don't really do that in most other states. So... yeah. But again, what if I just remove this if statement, like else statement? What if I just play the idle animation no matter what? Then we have this problem. I hate it here. So... it does need to be in an else statement. This is working. This might be promising. This is looking not too bad. It's working. Let's see if it works. Sort of. We still sometimes accidentally enter the wrong idle state, but that's manageable. That's just a matter of preventing this fall thingy that happens all the time, which is something we need to manage anyways. So why does that happen? Next question. I mean, obviously, because we... More than that. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but... Because we are essentially falling. We should not be able to fall. So... Which, mind you, doesn't necessarily mean we enter the fall state, but... Solution, we need another walks animation. Or at least another walk state. We can take care of walk animation later. Add child node state. Extend. Ah, shut up. I think we need to remove, like, we need to take care of more. We've been trying to get rid of messages, like, bot messages, but, like, try not to say best viewers in chat. Let's say it this way. Even if you are my best viewers. Slope. Walk. I haven't renamed here. Slope. Walk. So when we're in slope, we obviously, instead of exiting to... Instead of exiting into walk, we exit into slope walk, and we just assume this works. Do we need to do it like this or like that? How did I handle ledge grab? Let's say it this way. Fall. How did I handle ledge grab? One word, okay. Then slope walk. How does slope walk behave? Well, pretty much the same as walk. Which I need to open. Walk. So most of these are the same. Major differences. Way more coyote time. You don't even have coyote time, what the heck? Of course this is causing issues. Yeah, it's funny with those bots, but it's also like stupid. So let's make that like 0.5. And for the most part, that's already it. I mean, let's just try it. Eh. Let me just move it to the side so I can actually see you. See, Slopewalk is doing a lot better. It's not doing perfect, but... I think that can be circumvented by giving it a bit more. Yeah, I think I know how to do this. First of all, you get more gravity. How do I set gravity in entity? Gravity. I don't have gravity, but I can get it. Because I don't want to multiply it by 2. Because if I do, I'm going to make mistakes. So I'm just going to copy that. Weird that I'm just using gravity here, but fine. Equals gravity times delta times 2. And then that's basically already it. The only... Yeah, I could probably make it so they need to chat a bit more before, but like I don't care that much. They're gonna vanish soon enough. And in idle, I'm basically just copying the code up here. Walk, slope walk. In theory, that should work. It's probably not gonna work. Not the first time. But you know. No. It does not. Because that's the name of the node. which technically the node is spelled slope walk, but we managed that in code. So that doesn't work alone. I guess walk, 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 walk. Walk. If else actually the rest of this can all be so now if we stand on a ledge, this is fine. But if we stand on a slope, if we ever reach a slope, smooth, like, okay, that's a bit difficult. But I know how to fix that, actually. Slope walk. It's smooth enough. I think this is fine. The only thing is only if entity.front background. If background. Back floor ray dot is apply. Because we only want this effect to occur if we go downhill. Because otherwise it just slows us down. It's a bit rough on the slope. But can we somehow prevent it from behaving that weird? Maybe. I'm thinking, we could probably... I mean, we can just increase the gravity of the player while he's grounded. Actually. That might just do it. If entity dot is on floor. I'm sure that won't have any long-term issues if I do that. Also, how long until I make gravity just public? Considering how much I use it. Yeah, screw this. uh... Screw gravity. Flies off into the distance. Player, you don't have gravity anymore. Entity has. Yikes! You probably have a bunch of issues with this. Yeah, figured. We good now? Let me clear that and try saving again. Yep, seems fine. Sure, that won't have any lasting consequences. Gravity, gravity. We are so dumb, all of us. But in the best way possible. Let's see how this works. Technically, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. I also realized I probably don't need slope walk anymore. I mean, it's probably still nice having slope walk, because that means we can give it a separate animation and all of that. And actually it has the advantage that the gravity doesn't make us go... Yeah, I think it's still a good way to handle this. Because that way we control when gravity happens while on a slope. Because when we have gravity while going up a slope, it just makes going up the slope tedious. Which we could make going up slopes tedious, but I don't wanna. Oh! Hi, how's it going? Welcome in. I was so confused, Fringe, because Coyote Time stands like everywhere in this code. But no, welcome in. Where was I? I wanted to copy this. I guess I just put this here. And any of the races collide. Utility ray. That is colliding. Entity dot utility ray. Hopefully that should fix it. Maybe that fixes it. Not at all. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we're currently working on our own game, or my game, I guess. Which is inspired by especially Metroid Dread and the movement and that. Why did this cause... Why did you have problems with that? Yeah, we're currently trying to fix slope jank. Mainly because I want to have slopes behave in a certain way later on. So I need to kind of figure out how I manage slopes. And yeah, I guess that's the project for today. Currently we have a bunch of slopes janked like this. How do you Wait, how do you even exit into idle? Hang on. You're not allowed to do that. And yeah, I'm fighting with this monster of a state machine over here. It kinda gets bigger with every single update. You should... Okay, you are allowed to exit into idle. Under the condition... I should keep that just in case. Under the condition that we are not standing right now on a ledge. So... If the collision is sloped, you exit into slope, otherwise you can go into idle. But yeah, this is probably disgusting code to look at, but it works, I think. I have my doubts about it. That's fine. Yes. Perfect. Now, if I walk... Why did you exit into idle there? Because you fell. How are you falling? Hang on. You are fired. Essentially, child... Wait, you're not a child singer. You saw what flash? Default state? Yeah. I don't quite know why that happened. I have a question. One sec. The question I wanted to ask is, why am I not making the spawn point limit node that it takes the camera limits from? First of all, no you. Second, yeah. Why am I not making this the limit node? That's a problem for later me. You get a spawn point. What's the script? Nope. There we go. We don't need to see that script. And now we add a limit node. And yeah, the limits are fine. I don't really care about the limits. We just need to have a limit node to have the spawn point work. Why are you not spawning a player? Shouldn't you be allowed to spawn a player if there's none? Shouldn't you have a camera? So why are you not spawning? Because this is not a level. Oops. There we go. Now we have a play again. Interesting. Why did I add a spawn point? So I can add in the project settings input add new action retry rather. For now, that's going to be the only button. I'll add another button for that later. Level manager. Are you listening to inputs? How does the state machine tell the states which input? It's triggered. Unhandled input. And then in the level manager, unhandled input, if event, how do I do that in state? Is action pressed? That is action. We can later make that hold thing. Then unload player and current level dot spawn player. Connection ID current. That should hopefully work. It certainly didn't. Why did it not work? Call deferred. First solution when something doesn't work. Just call it deferred. It still didn't work. It was worth a try. Okay, why do you not have an ID? I guess current level isn't set, but why isn't current level set? Shouldn't you set current level when you get it? I don't think current level is ever set. If level dot current level equals null, level manager dot current level equals self. Oh. So let's try this again, shall we? Oh, you couldn't see what I changed. No, I get it. If I free the player doesn't exist anymore. That's on me. Spawn point. No, it should set the new player when I spawn. So why aren't you spawning? Because this implies it isn't spawning. There is no player. Because if there was a player, we would have a camera. So why are you not spawning a player? What do you do in here? These all don't get called because there's no loading zone. So this one gets called. So spawn point.player gets called. Spawn point.spawn player. If there is no player, we spawn a new one. Which there should be because we freed it. Or is player not set null if I free it? Okay. But then this should work. And lo and behold, it does. Now that that's managed. Why do I sometimes fall? Uh... The thing is, I know it's not because I have the speed booster yet. I shouldn't have enough speed yet. So something else is happening. Maybe I just increased the gravity, but I don't know. Also, the slope walk should probably have some way to exit into regular walk. I just realized. Oh, yeah, right. Now, I still don't know why this is happening. Also, sorry for the side tangent of adding retry real quick, but after falling off the stage several times, I don't want to restart the project every time. You're not exiting into the state, you should. I told you to exit into walk. Oh. That would do it. Okay, now why are we falling? Maybe just add more coyote time? I don't know. I think I'll take a quick break and think about that, and then we'll be right back. Ads are going to run in a sec anyway, so I'll be right back. Okay, I think that's over. I mean, my first guess would be to just increase the coyote timer. Uh, for no other reason than it prevents us from entering the fall state. Well, I just hit my face against the wall. It still doesn't fix it. I just sometimes... It kinda just delays the problem. And it only happens if I start walking on a... Let's see. How can I enter the fall state? The problem is I'm not in the fall state for long. So I might just need to print when I enter the fall state. But there shouldn't be another way to enter fall. At least not directly. I might be able to enter it from idle, but I wouldn't know how I would enter idle. So let me just print. Let me see if this works. It fantastically doesn't. Okay. Fine. State machine. Print entity dot state label dot text. Ah, come on! How do I screw something so simple up? We try again. Okay. So we are just falling from slope walk. There's just one problem with that. That implies we are on the ground, but not on the ground. How does this even work? Because for us to be able to even enter the fall state, we need to be not on the floor. Fuck if I know at this point. Have you looked at that state machine? I'm not gonna read it. Yep. I'm not sure about that. Mainly for one reason. The Coyote timer would make up for that. The Coyote timer is an entire second, I think. Yeah, it's an entire second. We would have to be considered off the ground for an entire second. Furthermore, it works when we're just standing on the slope already. It only causes an issue with... Yeah. It's just weird. It's like the gravity isn't completely working. But I couldn't see why it wouldn't. Because this is the same code. I mean, I could try and is on floor, but like entity. But I don't think that would change much. I'm just confusion. I am confusion. Why did this work? You're not allowed to work. The fuck if I know? I didn't fix it, it just works. Now. It doesn't make sense that it works. I just don't understand. How does adding more condition to the high gravity solve the issue that we apparently don't have high gravity? And I can... The only thing I can imagine is that why this happened before is friction. That we kind of had like a friction sort of thing where we like got... I don't know. I don't want to understand it. It works. If you don't mind, I'm going to retire now. I actually want to see how it looks without the hitbox. Because I haven't seen it yet without the hitbox. I mean, it's not the prettiest slope standing animation, but like, it works. It's good enough. Okay, this is a bit weird, but... Also the fact that I'm basically not standing on the slope when walking up, but that we can fix once we have a slope walk animation. So... I'd call that a success. I think. We can fix the animation later by giving it a proper animation for the state. So like, I am fine with this. Let me just test something really quick. What was that? Ah, I see. Yeah, this looks better. I just realized the animation for facing upwards on the slope was kinda bugged. Or rather, it was not deep enough. Well, that was a mistake. Luckily, we have the retry button now. But honestly, I am pretty happy with this. I didn't expect it to work quite as well. Next thing, we need a slope run state. For exactly the same reason we need a slope walk state. We have way too many state. Wait, I could have made this. Nope, I'm deleting you, I'm trying again. Child node, state, slow, snap, run. Now, you get a new extend script, slope. You're basically just copying run, but with all the changes I added in. And I'm going to make a naive mistake. Very naive mistake, and assume we can only enter the slope run from slope walk. Which is a mistake. It's most definitely wrong. But I'm sure it's going to be fine. And yeah, this is basically the same state. Just with the added changes. I'm also adding the change I made in walk, where I made this change in run. Because ideally it shouldn't matter. And it has done only good. Shh. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, God damn it, you're right. I also will need a slope slide. Or the slippy slide, if you will. Actually, I wonder if at this point I can lower it back to 1. Like 0.1. Wherever in run I go into idle, here. And then I need the same exit conditions as walk has. Walk in here. After idle, so like. Slope. Run. And I have one in here. Which should work just as fine up here. Slope run. Any other exit condition I need that goes into slope walk? No. Then there should be everything. Oh no, I need the exit condition for after idle. Yeah. Wanna see this go horribly? Not just the force slide one, also just if you slide on a slope. Everything else is fine, because every other state isn't grounded. But these are all grounded states. I did not expect that. I did not expect to see a Stack Overflow today. How? I mean, obviously the moment I enter the run state, so... let's start with that. Oh, because I pasted this in the wrong place. That would do it. I can't believe I got a Stack Overflow. That might be the funniest thing I ever got. Let me get Spin Jump real quick. Something about what I changed made it so that exiting into step is not fast enough. What have I done? I need to clean up this code just a little bit. The run state is naturally one of the most complicated states in this. What? What happened? Oh, and entity dot. That's on me. I assumed it to be true, even if it wasn't. So let me just paste it literally everywhere I do this check. I'm sure it's fine. Anywhere else? Not in here. But yeah, you're right. I assumed that to be the truth when it actually wasn't. That is totally on me. Probably should be here. Actually, it doesn't matter here because you cannot move well in slow. But it matters here. And the same in walk. And the same in idle. It doesn't matter as much in idle because we should never be in a situation where that happens, but just in case. Nope, still... I guess it just needs to be early in the code. Might just be called too late. No, it just struggles with it now. Also, I shouldn't be able to do that. I straight up shouldn't be able to. Oh, I hate all of this. So why is this happening? Okay. I just genuinely don't know what I changed about that code, other than the timing. So I feel like it has to be timing. Why? I didn't change anything on this code. It shouldn't be able to go into... It shouldn't be able to speed boost. It shouldn't be able to not... Like, it should be able to step it. Why am I exiting into the state? I am so confused about this. I feel like by adding this check, I made it so much slower. Like, I feel like it never reaches these conditions, but... Oh, that's a problem, I'd say. I... Let's just make this the last condition. Just wanna know what happens if I make this last condition in the... whole thing. Because the way it currently slows everything down doesn't make any sense. Unless there is something actually actively slowing down the game. Walk, like otherwise I just cannot imagine yeah, I should enter the lean animation. Why am I not entering lean? Okay, scratch that, I know that part. That's on me. That one I actually know. Because it shouldn't be utility ray. It should be slide ray. If I remember correctly how it's called. Which one are you? Step ray, okay. What are you doing, step ray? Okay, no. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even in the mood to make these sort of jokes right now. I just wanna figure this out. This is genuinely infuriating me. That's correct. And now we can't leave. But one thing at a time. Next question. Why is stepping not working anymore? Because it used to work. The issue is that I exit into idle somehow. Why am I exiting into idle? Version control. How did this code look before I changed? Yeah, it's that desperate that I'm opening GitHub. Entities, player, states, run. You would exit into idle normally that way. So why are you... The only thing I can realize is that it doesn't reach this condition before the velocity turns 0. Which makes me think I just should make this the first condition in this. I don't even care anymore. This is the first thing that happens. Except the gravity, but that shouldn't affect this. And if it does, I'm going to scream. Somehow it made it even weirder. I just... So, this didn't work. In fact, it made it worse. The part of that is probably that I had the code twice. Which I, of course, didn't notice. Because I'm blind. Okay. What changed that this suddenly doesn't work anymore? Because this should still work. And it annoys me because all I can do is move code around. Because everything else doesn't... I didn't change anything on the code. Didn't change anything on the step state. I don't even have it open. So the problem needs to come from somewhere else. Maybe? But it shouldn't at that point. Especially not now that I moved it at the end. I wouldn't even know where to start with commenting all of that out. Why are you indented anyways? Okay. Bastard, fix it. Good to hear. I want to scream. Scram even. This code doesn't make any sense anymore. Let's try. Now we have a thing called stepping, which we set when we step. So if we are stepping, the gravity isn't applied anymore. I should probably check what that message is about. I see. Yeah, I mean, I'm still convinced the state machine is the most efficient way to handle this, because everything else would be a nightmare. But also... almost. Where do I exit into walk here? I don't. Then how do I get there? I somehow enter idle. Just out of curiosity. I never needed this before, but if that's what it takes. Fine. So be it. I'm sure that's going to have some sort of consequence down the line. But we can figure that out later. So this was a pain. Let's see. And I think, by the way, this is what I slowly start to realize is the issue with this. All of this code is executed still. Even if we exit, all of the code is still executed. Which is why I should use returns. Which is why we wouldn't need this. Because if we return, this doesn't matter anymore. It's just a whole load of return statements. But the advantage of it is that we never have to worry about a lot of things, actually. Yeah. I gotta do that with all the states later, but I'm probably going to do that off stream. I wish I could just tell it to immediately return when it calls a function. And maybe there is a way? The way Silic is looking at me? But yeah, I'll take care of that later. I think. Problem. If I return in the exit function, it just stops the exit function. It doesn't stop the function the exit function is in. I mean, yeah, but that still just means I need to return. But it is probably the smarter way of putting it in. If we put it in. I mean, yeah, but I don't think I'll have return values in the exit functions. Still, this is probably a better way of handling this, since we want to call it. Once we are done exiting the state, we are done. The state doesn't need to do anything anymore. It's probably going to clean up a lot of issues we had in the past, where we improperly exited the state because the process function was still, or enter function as well, was still executing code. Actually, let me just close everything here. And then we open one state after the other. I'm going to clean that up now. I think this is more important. Because it's going to fix so many issues we had. You should be here anyway. Well, yeah, it's still open. I closed you. But yeah, I think this is an important thing to fix, even if it's a bit tedious to do now. Because once we have fixed it... Again, this is half the reason why so many things should randomly behave different than the state would want it to. As code we don't want to be executed gets executed. Any other exit? No. It's probably going to make some of these very complicated if statements a lot easier. And it's just overall, it's going to fit so much. I also don't mind breaking these up a little bit more. Because that was another return exit. It doesn't really have a return there. I'll wait a test back. But that doesn't do anything, that's just asking. Return exit, return exit, return exit. Lean, you. I just got a message from a friend. There's a Pride thing in my city tomorrow, and I was thinking about going. It's going to be relatively early for my time, so... But I finally wanted to go to, like, some Pride events and stuff. Since I never really went. And yeah. It's also why I wanted to ask a friend if they can go with me, because I would prefer not going alone. It appears I did. One sec. Let me just go back to that. Oh yeah. I see. Ads are running in a bit. I'll take care of this. I would say I'd finish this while the ads are running, but I think I actually need to use the restroom, so never mind. I'll see you all in a bit. Bye. Why do I say bye? I'm gone for like 3 minutes. Alrighty, I'm back. Wrong scene. There we go. Yeah. As established, return exit. Again, I think long term this is actually better than trying to fix it with some jank. Return exit. Because honestly, it should have been what I did from the beginning. I just didn't do it. And now I have to bite the bullet and... Where? Maybe you can still... I mean, you can still adjust it, but... I guess you preferred the flavor of it being different, but I'm still certain you could adjust the flavor to fit. I get that, yeah. But sometimes you gotta choose function over form. I love this theme way more than I should. Yeah, I took care of all of these already, that makes sense. This should be pretty quick. And hopefully, if we do it this way, things won't be as weird. With big emphasis on hopefully. I see, so I guess the flavor aspect in that regard is... Yeah. I can see how it's a bit of a shame to lose that sort of control. Oh, that's cool. Glad to hear they're working. I'm not even using this state isn't... This state doesn't exist functionally. It's never called in the state machine. Retron. I love Retron. Ah, yes, this state, which is totally not complicated. Not at all. Return, exit. Hopefully. But I definitely get what you mean. It's like... it's a little thing that allows you to add a lot of minor things. To it. Return exit. Okay, that should be everything. Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, it makes it still a lot more approachable. Where was I? I wanted to test this. I wanted to test if I completely broke the game now. I get the feeling it's quite the opposite. This game... there are a lot of small things that I suddenly don't notice anymore. Things you probably wouldn't have noticed. And a lot of things that I just wrestled my way around. Right? I am actually kind of curious, does this fix the issue we had over here? I doubt it, but I am kind of curious. Partially because I still don't know what actually caused it. Yeah. Nope, that didn't fix it, but that was wishful thinking on my end, to be fair. It was worth an attempt. I had to try it. Looks like. But yeah, this fixed. Let me actually check the to-do list. What did this fix? It fixed slopes, kinda. Pretty sure it fixed that corner. Like, pretty sure that is now fixed. We can actually test it pretty easily. Yeah, fixed. We don't get stuck anymore. Why did I just fall through there? But yeah, we fixed it. That's all that matters. Slopes need cleanup, but I think they're working now. That I still don't know how to fix. We'll take care of that later. Nice. That was a lot of progress already. Uh, and I mean, we've been streaming for quite some time. I think it's... I'd be good with calling it for today. So... I think that's what we're gonna do. Because I'm happy with this. Even if this code cost me my sanity. Yeah, this was fun. This was good progress. Next time. I don't know when we're going to do Game Dev next. I'll decide that soon, TM. But next time we do it, we're going to add scrap as a new floor tile. Which actually, let me add that to the to-do list before we call it. For progress, we do scrap tiles. Tile set. Background tiles. Slopes for the containers. Containers. Because those would be nice to have. And yeah, that's basically... I think that's a good... that's a good plan for next time. Let me just somehow highlight that this is what we do next time. Next time. I feel like that's a good thing to set up for next time. So we can design more stuff of the next level. And also add a bit more to the levels we already have. And yeah. Now that's it. Let's find someone to raid. Yeah, we can. It's a nice thing. Actually, I already know who. Let me try the raid browser. Who do you suggest me? You know what, Dance Life? I don't think I need to introduce Tanuki Dan anymore. He's awesome. I think he's currently judging levels, which is kinda cool. But yeah, judging levels in Mario Maker, which is adjacent to game dev, so I think it counts. Which is cool. I'm excited to see that. Raid message. This code has cost me my sanity. With whatever raid emote you like. And if you have Titan Tails, I mean, what better emote to use? Anyways, I'll see you all around. Take care, and until next time.